Well, good morning. We are in Fairbury, Nebraska. That's an old, small farming town on a brick street, believe it or not, with this truck. That's kind of unusual. Getting a load of bacon bits. That's what they make here. And it's old stuff. That is an old train station. Kind of a beautiful old building, probably at least 100 years old. And over there is an old train car. I'll get a little closer to it so you can see it, but it's kind of cool. Right over there. So anyway, it's just kind of a peaceful, neat little old town.
Show them the bricks, Uncle Bob.
Oh yeah, we got to see the bricks. See the bricks? I was kind of afraid to drive on them without breaking up the bricks, but we did all right. So, getting a little closer to this old building, which I thought was kind of neat. You don't see stuff like this everywhere. Hey, all right, you're on the movies.
Hey, Mom.
So we got to go over by this old train car. Just got to do it. Train car looks like maybe they're getting ready to restore it or something. There's no train tracks that continue from either end of it. Well, it looks like an old Pullman car. So anyway, we'll see if we can get a little bit closer to it. Some of these old houses in town are kind of neat too. It's kind of characteristic of Nebraska, the small towns out in the middle of nowhere. But just had to show you this old car. And it is old. There's another view of the train station. We'll walk inside this thing. Not a whole lot left of it. But nevertheless, it is interesting. You can just kind of picture some of the old movies of many that took place many years ago. I'm sure this has quite a history. It even smells old. Railroad things there. Some of the old railroad crossing lights probably date back to the 50s or 40s there. So I find this stuff interesting anyway. Yeah, it's definitely old. And then some more modern, newer trains that are through here. I thought that's kind of neat. It's the kind of history you don't get in textbooks. It's kind of fun to come out to some of these old places every now and then. Looks like a little memorial thing or something here. And it says Rock Island, 1852 to 1980. And let's see, in memory of some folks, probably some local people having to do with the railroad, a lot of them. It's kind of a memorial garden. And over here we have some kind of an old pull cart, I would guess, and just kind of a really nice old building. Like I said, you don't see this stuff every day. This is the back side, so we'll go around to the front. Interesting is some of the old woodworking that they used to have, those old corbels up there. They sure don't build stuff like that anymore. You're going to be able to see inside here. It's pretty cool. Probably nothing through a camera, but it's just an old train station with the old oak benches and such. It's pretty neat. I think we'll finish up here. You can see some of the the trains that are in town, and this plant right here, which processes pork and makes it into imitation bacon bits, probably pork and soybeans and such. Kind of smells bad. It makes you not want to eat imitation bacon bits. But nevertheless, these people are making a living doing that. So there's the truck, and we're being loaded now. We're heading to Indianapolis with it. And love you guys very much, and we'll talk to you later. We are right along Lake Erie in Pennsylvania, near Erie, Pennsylvania. And what you can see in the background, perhaps, it's a little hard to see, but is Lake Erie. Absolutely beautiful. Looks kind of like the ocean, only there's trees around it. It does have small waves and such, and it's quite the attraction for the folks who live around here, but just very beautiful and such a nice area. Heading toward Jamestown, New York now. You can see the slow yellow freight truck in front of us. Yes, they add new meaning to slow. We were getting ready to turn off, go down I-86 to New York. Not far from the New York line. Actually, not too far from Buffalo, New York, and actually not all that far from Niagara Falls. So, kind of interesting. I love coming up in this area. Not so much in the winter because it gets extremely cold and snowy here. They measure snow in feet as opposed to inches, and so it can be challenging. But it is a real pretty part of the country. A lot of history here. And, of course, this part of New York has a lot of history as well, and we'll do some more of that later.